Hey everyone, it's Matt. If you're not familiar with me, I had DBS surgery to treat essential tremor almost 2 years ago, and it has changed my life. In this video, I will be talking about Beechband. Beechband is a lightweight, non-invasive, watch-like wearable device designed to regulate and recalibrate the brain, basically in treating Parkinson's related tremors and essential tremor and other ailments. It is explicitly marketed as a wellness device, not a medical device, and it is not clinically proven, FDA approved, or meant to treat or cure diseases, though it heavily targets communities with neurological conditions. So what it does is it emits a continuous low-level tactile vibration or pulsing signal on the wrist or ankle. The idea that this subtle rhythmic cue sits below conscious attention, providing a stable sensory anchor that helps the brain reset and adapt over time. So we're gonna talk a little bit more, dive deeper. I've heard good things about it, I've heard bad things about it. And I'll put links in the description. But basically, the backstory: the device has a powerful patient-led origin story. It was invented by a man named Carl Beech, who was diagnosed with young-onset Parkinson's disease at the age of 51. So faced with a rapidly worsening stammer and severe speech slurring, as you notice, my speech was slurring a second ago, but I turned my device down. Carl discovered that a therapeutic tapping technique dramatically helped to regulate his speech, realizing that people with severe tremors or physical limitations couldn't manually tap themselves all day. He partnered with a software expert to automate the rhythm into a wearable wristband. What started as a personal Parkinson's hack has since expanded into a company that claims over 5,000 users. So on this homepage, you have testimonials. It explains. You can get on their email mailing list. And a lot of people swear by this. You know, if the whole brain surgery thing gives you the heebie-jeebies, or if you're sick of meds, I mean, you gotta try everything. You know, back when I was on meds, I don't think they really had anything like this out there. Basically what it does, what they found out, is that they're trying to basically imitate the mother's heartbeat in the womb to calm the baby. So they're like basically taking you back to you in the womb. Since the mother's heartbeat is a little higher than typical, that's what they were trying to imitate, is a raised heartbeat, in order to lessen your anxiety and calm you down. So with that constantly going in the background, it brings your anxiety levels down, thus being able to lessen the tremor, and in some cases, you know, lessening, I can't say eliminating it, lessening it to a high degree where it's not seen. So the tangible symptoms, we'll get to this video of his in a second. It's anecdotal, right? It's not like proven scientifically. But many users with Parkinson's, stroke recovery, anxiety, fibromyalgia, multiple sclerosis report a distinct reduction in tremors, a lessening of muscle rigidity, better walking gaits, less freezing while walking, and improved speech clarity. So let's check out the founder's video here. This is Carl Beech.
My name is Carl Beech. I'm the co-inventor of Beechband. You won't believe this, but in 2024, my life wasn't like this, and I didn't look and sound like this. Take a look. Then I can't speak. And how did I get my life back? Very simple. Beechband. When I put it on, I knew something was happening. Calmer, more focused. But for the very first time I tried a tapping technique that this was based on, I could speak again. And the benefits of that grew and grew and grew. And here I am today. Brain training using a Beechband. It's life-changing for some. Give it a go. You've got 45 days, no quibble, money-back guarantee. Could change everything for you.
Okay, he says 45-day guarantee. Okay. Let me see. It's actually 100 days, so they probably extended it. There it is. 100-day money-back guarantee. 100 days, so that is 6 weeks, right? 30, no wait, that's a little over 3 months. Not bad. And you have a 6-month warranty if it breaks. Okay, now here's my only quibble is I was on a Facebook, I was in their Facebook group, and Beechband is really good with answering people's questions. Like any comments, they were answering it right away. In one of the Beechband comments, it said it took Carl Beech 9 months to adapt to it, to see, I guess, full therapeutic levels. But that's the thing. He's only giving 100 days, but it took him, 3/4 of a year. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I got DBS. I'm good with that. But I'm just here to share my discoveries and what I found about this. So, yeah, let's talk more about the pros. A very common piece of feedback is that the constant vibration acts like a grounding anchor, significantly reducing internal anxiety, overthinking, and brain fog. It's a low financial risk, so, $75. It's not incredibly cheap compared to specialized medical devices for neurological conditions. DBS, depending on what your insurance covers, yeah, it could be a big price. And it has a no-effort design, so you don't have to track data, you don't have to look at an app or change the settings. You turn it on, ignore it, and it works in the background. Let's go to Reddit. I kind of had AI paraphrase some of this and summarize. The Reddit said one user reported feeling much more composed with improved balance, more fluid movement, and better confidence during certain circuit training and balance classes. With Parkinson's, it's hard to walk fast, so someone was able to walk faster. As you saw with Carl Beech, he had improved speech clarity, as this user also mentioned. Help with the freezing gait. A lot of Parkinson's patients get stuck in a rut and freeze, so this helped with that. And their customer service is really good, so there you go. Negative comments. Strong jarring vibrations. People said that they were disappointed in the physical sensation of the device. One noted that instead of gentle, soothing heartbeat-like pulse, it felt like a non-stop, strong, jarring vibration similar to a cell phone. I don't know. I've had it in my... I don't keep my phone on vibrate anymore, but I remember when I do and I'd have it in my pocket, I started getting like phantom vibration. So I don't know if that is something that people get. Tricky design. Some users forget to wear it. And some of the straps are hard to manage. Although I said in one of the comments, Beechband suggested that you can go on Amazon and get a comfortable band to replace whatever band it is shipped with. Inconsistent results. Commenters know that experiences vary widely, with some people feeling instant relief while others don't feel anything at all, emphasizing that its effectiveness depends heavily on individual specific type of Parkinson's. Which again, that's good that they have the 100-day guarantee. Maybe you try it for a month or two and you're not getting what you want, you can return it. Defective units, battery life, long term, it doesn't last that long. I've also discovered that on the Facebook group that they have and some of the comments on their ads. And then, inherent skepticism. So basically, a loud buzz. Some people say it's just too loud. Like I said, the battery made of cheaper materials. So those are the cons. So someone had said that why spend $70 on the Beechband when you can go online and get a metronome watch for $20 that basically does the same thing. You can even go on eBay. Okay, Sweetwater's got a really nice one, but you're spending $95. Okay, I would try this if I didn't have DBS, honestly. And I don't want to mess with any of my, implants, my circuitry. It's all really good right now. I don't want to have an outside influence messing with that. So yeah, one of the comments where the users realized that they can use the metronome watch was that they just set it to 80 beats per minute and they get the exact same results as the Beechband. And there was also the Beachbuddy app on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, where if you have the companion watch, like an Apple Watch or an Android watch, their smartwatch can do the beating for them. So, intriguing, right? These are some things in doing my research that I did not know. I would potentially test the device myself, but I don't want to risk messing with my own DBS, my own treatment. So, yeah, here he is. The Beechband YouTube page. Lots of information there. Okay, all I gotta say is you gotta do your research, because on a platform like this, you're only gonna hear the good news. You're not gonna hear the bad news. So on my YouTube channel, you've seen I've had some, downward trending, not so happy results with DBS. I worked through it, but I was transparent with it, and I did want to share that with you, because that's important. As someone who may consider DBS, I think it's good to know all of the scenarios that you may run into, because you never know. One device or treatment does not work for everyone. But that's all I gotta say. Here's someone's. Let's check this out.
I walk like I'm in the Gestapo, I guess. My one leg stands. It gets me into trouble because it flicks all over the place. And for example, it might suddenly land on a table, and that will then cause me to lose my balance and fall. So this is me walking normally. Put the Beechband on.
Look at that. That's amazing.
The trick is to ignore the Beechband.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah. The other thing it helped me with this, my face was very stiff when I arrived. It's kind of reckless. And then I felt the face soften, which is a massive thing for me as well.
Yeah, it reduces face masking. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thank you, Vicky. Cheers.
So, as you see there, not 100%, but a great degree of relief. DBS for me is not 100%, but I get a great degree of relief. I've noticed with some of the patient ambassadors that I see on a irregular basis, some have great relief with the Parkinson's and some have good relief, but it is relief nonetheless. Some patients are able to get off all their meds, some are only able to get off some, but from what I've heard, a majority. And based on my experience, DBS, and this is just me, based on my experience, it feels to me like DBS gives better relief for people with essential tremor. But that's just me. I mean, everyone's individual. But that's what I have noticed. So, my core takeaway is, the Beechband is a great idea. it's not a miracle cure, but it has a much lower cost than some of the medical treatments out there. And has genuinely changed lives for a lot of people dealing with chronic neurological conditions. So, you know, you can buy it. You got the 100-day money-back guarantee. Or, you know, skip it. If it's something maybe you're not interested in, you know, check it out. Ask your neurologist. Talk to doctors about it. I know my doctor, my neurologist did not you know, he didn't really see too much benefit from it. But again, like, how many patients of his had tried it out, you know? So, but it's good to hear from as much as possible, as many sources as possible. So, there you have it. That is my honest reaction review to the Beechband. I hope that helps you out. Please like and subscribe. Leave some feedback in the comments. And I will see you next time. Thanks again for watching.